A lot of guys in here throwing around words like embarrassed.
It should be. Should be. Also, 0-8 football team. That's not good. That's just plain and simple. They're not good. Roles were reversed. We look like the 0-8 team. We deserve to lose. The things that we did today are embarrassing. Really. They're really embarrassing. And the bad part about it is the path was set for us. You look at our division, you look at everything, the path set for us. It's on us to understand that this is football. This is our jobs. This is how we feed our families. You have to love the game. You cannot you cannot love what the game gets you, because when that happens, things like this happen.
You are listening to Offensive Lines with Marlon and Boyd. Small stakes NFL gambling for the average fan.
Welcome to Offensive Lines recap show for Week 10. I'm Marlon.
I'm Boyd.
And we just heard Bernard Pollard a little hot in the Tennessee locker room after that.
What a fucking debacle that was. Did I talk to you during that game? Yeah. It was right when Pollard got called. Okay. Pollard gets called for hitting the quarterback in the head when his chest hit him in the fucking head. He jumped up trying to thinking that fucking Henny was going to throw to his left. So he jumped up to try and block down a potential pass. Henny throws it the other way, incomplete. He fucking hits him in the head with his chest because as he's coming down to land. And that was 15 yards. That was a touchdown. That drive ended up being a touchdown. That's the third fucking time we've been given a penalty for hitting a fucking quarterback that would have been fourth down otherwise that ended up costing us a touchdown.
Well, he addressed
Kansas City, Kaepernick with the Niners, and this fucking game. And two of them were huge in the final outcome of the fucking game. The Niners blew us out.
There was one in the Houston game as well.
Oh, yes. What is it? Because Pollard's on our defense? What the fuck's the reputation we get for this?
I don't know. But Pollard, in the interview where I pulled that clip from, addressed that play just beforehand. But I didn't have the previous question. All Pollard said was, well, the ref told me it was a great football play, but my stomach hit his head, so he had to call it. Stomach. It's not even chest. Stomach hit his head.
Now, okay, I saw the highlight of Manning going down against San Diego. No fucking flag. We got called for the exact same fucking thing on Kaepernick against San Francisco.
Well, and Breeze got one when a guy hit him at the waistline.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Peyton's, out of the golden boy realm, because I honestly wouldn't have disputed that flag if they'd thrown it. I don't like the rule.
Where are you supposed to hit these cocksuckers? Half of them run, slide late. You can't. Why don't you just make it two-hand touch on the quarterback? Like, fuck it. Get it over with already.
Or save some salaries. I mean, he just counts Mississippis. There's a Mississippi clock, like the play clock.
Yeah, he's got 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Or no, what is it? 2.5 or something?
2.5 is a good release time now. So give him 4 to allow for the scrambling guys.
Well, or a deep pass.
But no, it's ridiculous. Like,
it's almost
in my football mind, I don't think that should have been a flag on Peyton, but the way sometimes that's called, sometimes it's not. There's no consistency to it. And honestly, I think the hit at the knee, the Brady rule here, because of Pollard, again, I think that's just bullshit. I mean, it's part of being a quarterback is guys are going to be coming at you, and they're going to do anything to get there. I understand the helmet to helmet. I understand you not being able to Deacon Jones head slap either the man or the woman playing quarterback. But it's impossible to say that. Why can't you go low on the quarterback?
You can go low on everybody else. Look what that clown did to the Patriots. Or no, that was the Packers. Randall Cobb.
Yeah.
Fucking guy went right at his knee. No, nothing wrong there, but if I touch a golden boy, you're fucking 15 yards and change the fucking game.
Cushing isn't playing right now.
Yeah, because he got blocked at the fucking knee.
Yeah.
Ripped the whole thing up. But that's expected on the defensive side of the ball. Fucking quarterback. Oh, baby. Don't be touching one of them.
It's the Brady rule. And
no, it's a Brady Manning rule. They're the ones that took it to the fucking league. Manning was involved in that horse shit.
Oh, really?
Yes. Fuck.
I'll believe you. I'll believe anything.
It's
Fuzzy negative about Manning.
No, but it's fucked. You can't hit him anywhere. Even one of the announcers, one of the ex-players said, you can't hit him high, you can't hit him low. Where are you supposed to hit him?
Well, and based on the Breeze penalty from a couple of weeks ago, you can't hit him in the middle.
Like, I've seen that called where a guy he goes up to try and block the pass, and as he's bringing his hand down, it taps the helmet. Oh, that's a flag.
And interestingly, all of these so-called rules don't seem to be protecting the quarterback at all, do they?
No, they're all fucking hurt. Fucking Locker's hurt. Rogers is out. Cutler's out. Who else is? EJ Manuel just came back. Fuck.
Aaron Rodgers is out.
Yeah, they're all fucking out. So, who are we? What are we protecting them from? They're all getting hurt anyway, because they all fucking run now. So you can't dive at their legs. But what if you're trying to go after them and they escape, but you can't? As soon as they leave the pocket, can you tackle them?
Oh, as far as I understand, yeah. Then you can grab them by the ankles. So I don't know where the pocket became the fortress of solitude for a quarterback.
Drives me fucking bananas.
And the results of keeping these quarterbacks, these $10 million, $15 million a year players around, it's not working.
No, Bradford's out too.
Yep, there's another one.
Like, all these guys are getting hurt.
I'm fine with the concussion thing, the blows to the head, and I'll even accept it when it's a little dubious. But
that Pollard one, can't they use common sense? Is it just you touch him, like I sneeze at his helmet, it's a fucking penalty? Like, common sense. Play by play common sense.
There was Tannehill got sacked the same way. The safety shot over the line, came flying just like Pollard did, got Tannehill, no flag tonight.
Yeah. That's what I'm... See, that even pisses me off even more. And I didn't watch that shit show tonight because I was too heavily invested in fantasy in that game, and I couldn't stand watching it because it would have just pissed me off. And I was doing a Breaking Bad marathon today on a day off, so sorry.
No, that's fair enough, but I knew that would piss you off, but it was the same thing. It was the same great football play come hurtling over the top. Yeah, no flag.
Yeah, par for the course. As far as I'm concerned, it's the Titans. Every time they do something, it's a fucking flag. There's never any gray area when the Titans are playing. Now, is that because Greg Williams is on our sideline? Is it because of our history with Fisher?
Yes.
Is it what? Well, when does that end?
Well, Greg Williams, you're putting a target. This is the league punishing, even though it turned out that the bounty scandal wasn't all it was cracked up to be. The residual effects are there. It's like being accused falsely of a crime. You can be found innocent, and people will always carry the stigma of the crime.
I guess. I don't fucking know. But it's starting to piss me off. It's cost us potentially 2 games. You can never say that they wouldn't have scored another touchdown somewhere down the road.
No. But I want to address a couple of other things about that Pollard quote, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
When I played it for you, your first reaction was just, that doesn't bode well for the locker room. When he calls out players who have no passion for football, but only what football can do for them.
So who's he talking about? Chris Johnson?
That's the obvious one, but I don't know that that's true. I mean, that's taking an assumption way too far. But
well, it's got to be somebody that's making big money, because football doesn't give you much if you're fucking making $300,000.
Yeah,
you're not getting a whole lot.
He's the obvious target there. I mean, I'm
Michael
certain.
Griffin, offensive lineman, maybe Chance Womack, the rookie. But it's got to be somebody making big bucks.
Well, yeah, and I hope his message is heard, because he didn't go bananas, but that message has to come through from what he said there. That there are people who are not playing hard. And I thought the other interesting thing was he saw the situation just as we did. It was all laid out for you guys to make a run.
Yeah, Jacksonville twice. You had Indy at your place coming in. They were getting blown out. You saw that at halftime. That it was 28-0 for the Rams.
By the team you beat handily last week.
Yeah. Well, we didn't beat the Rams handily, but we beat them.
It was a solid victory. I mean, handily
solid.
may be too far, but...
Yeah, we scored a touchdown with 2:50 left in the game to win it, so I don't call that handily. But
no, that's fair enough. But nevertheless, that team on the road just thrashed your upcoming opponent, which, if you take care of business with Jacksonville, you could be a game out with half the tiebreaker already in your pocket.
Well, and there's no hope at going to the playoffs now. It's fucking done. Finish 4-12 for all I care now. It's fucking over. Fucking over. Get a high draft pick. Find another piece. Do some shit. Because that was because they have 7 games left. They have 2 against Indy and 1 against Denver. So they have to even remotely have a playoff shot. They have to sweep Indy, and they can lose to Denver. They have to go 6-1 to make the playoffs. That team that I saw on Sunday couldn't go 6-1 playing a fucking college team, especially now that Locker's out. And we could get into the question of, did they bring him back too soon? But it doesn't matter. The season was over. If he doesn't come back, the season's fucking over. Anyway, Fitzpatrick can't even fall on the ground while he's being sacked and not give up a fucking touchdown. A fucking DB that looks like he weighs about $150 steals the ball out of your hands?
He just took it away from him. It looked like basketball.
Yes. I was waiting for the ref to run to the midfield and do the fucking thumbs up for the jump ball.
Yeah, it looked like high school basketball, no less. But...
What a fuck. I quit watching after the safety.
Well, my team fared no better in the win-loss column.
Well, you put up a better fight than mine did.
We fought.
At least you were...
We fought. I was pleased with the effort of the Chargers there.
Well, I wish I could say the same about the Titans, but it's a fucking gong show there. Well, I just have to say this one thing. The president, or the new president and CEO, Bud Adams' son-in-law, took over the team now. He says he wants the Titans to have a hard-nosed identity.
More of the same coming, I guess.
Yeah, 4 yards in a cloud of fucking dust, baby, when everybody else is going fucking vertical. Great news.
Well, did you hear they were supposed to be introduced as the new ownership group before that game? But that was canceled because they got into a car accident on the way to the stadium.
Oh, that's good karma.
Yeah.
So,
sorry. I didn't mean to be cruel, but that's
funny.
Kind of funny.
No, I'm an atheist, but the believers out there would think, oh, that's Bud Adams. He doesn't want anybody fucking...
That's exactly it.
taken away from him and remembered.
Yeah,
But
the finger
sorry,
from the grave, so to speak.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead with the Chargers if you got more. I just had to bring that up.
I don't have a whole bunch more. The defense is as weak as I thought they were, and Denver seemed to be the first team to understand that you run pretty much in a hurry up all game, and we just can't run with you. Don't understand why other teams didn't understand that. They gamed when they got the first 2 field goals and then missed the third. You don't beat Denver that way. You just don't. You need to match them points for points. Our tiny, slim hopes of playoffs rested on that game. Throw the works at them. You don't get any points for losing a fairly well-fought battle. You know, stop kicking field goals on 4th and 3. You know, just throw all caution to the wind if you are going to pretend that you're relevant. The Chargers aren't relevant this year, but I'm not displeased with the direction.
Well, and that's where Indy's going to be this week. All Indy has to do is win this game, and the division's theirs. It's over. Done. That's what's Indy will fucking do anything to win this game on Thursday, because they win the division if they win that game on Thursday.
Yeah, can't argue.
I can't see the Titans winning that fucking game.
Well, and a shaming defeat for Indy. Niners, Indy. We, by the way, made a small profit, which didn't occur to me until you texted me. Because in the pool I play in, I had to lay 2.5 on the Lions, but we wisely bet them as a pick'em.
Yes, it was a straight up pick.
I got confused, so I thought we'd lost our bets, but no, we actually turned an $8 profit on our $30 bets. And considering the nightmare we went through last week, nothing short of a remarkable performance.
So, what did I figure? 7-8 hours of fucking around trying to do a podcast, but
closer to 10 or 11, really. At least
you put in a little more than you put in a little more than I did, but hence why I was watching Breaking Bad marathon today instead of last week. Now, what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Carry on.
So we did turn a profit. Our general analysis of the week wasn't terrible. I said late in our picks podcast that I would not be shocked if Carolina managed to squeak out a narrow win in San Francisco. I didn't think it would be 10-9, but we made some nice calls, buddy. Working on a short week.
The fade the Steelers thing might be dead.
I think it might be now.
The last 2 times we faded them, they won, and then the time we didn't fade them, they lost.
Yeah, it's not a given anymore. It was still a profitable play for us this year, but yeah, now we've got to back off on that a little. And
our other mistake, or not mistake, but what was our other bad pick?
Oh, well, we made 2.
Washington.
We took Washington, and we generally never bet on Thursday night, but we were dazed and confused, a little bit rattled.
Up against it Wednesday night.
Yeah, I think we could have found better games. That's on us, obviously. They're all on us when we picked wrong, but in hindsight, I would have changed that. The Steelers one, I would have stuck with. You know, now they've proved us wrong that we can't fade them each and every week.
Well, it's 2 rookie, and we've brought this up in the 2 podcasts when the Steelers played the Jets and the Bills. We brought up that zone blitz defense for a rookie quarterback, especially a rookie running quarterback.
Yeah,
it's tough.
You brought that up. I discounted it, and that's on me. It's something like LeBeau's defenses are 30-2 against rookie quarterbacks.
Yeah, so
they brought up the graphic during the game, and I just thought I probably should have listened to Boyd on that.
But it's how it works. All rookie quarterbacks quarterbacks playing against a good defense struggle. So we'll just remember that going forward. If the Steelers get rid of Tomlin, see, now I said you wanted to make a bet last week, then they win a game. Everything changes. Are they even out of? Are they out of it in that division?
I think they're in trouble with Cleveland more so than Cincy. Cincy is collapsing, stealing fantasy victories from me on their way to losing anyway.
Now, did we inform our listeners that we hedged the Cincy bet last week with all the troubles we had?
No, we did not. That was a decision we made on Wednesday. So, yeah, why don't you explain that?
Okay, so we had Cincy to win the division, and that was our preseason bet. We had picked Cincy to win the division. Now, with the way Cleveland has been playing with Jason Campbell at quarterback, winning their last 2 games, and making a run at Cincinnati, we decided, because Cleveland, I think it was 8-1. I believe it was. They were 8-1 to win the division. So we went, well, if we bet $5 on that, we're hedging Cincinnati. We got both sides covered. Now watch, Baltimore will win the fucking thing now that we bet Cincinnati and Cleveland. But that's what we did. So the Cincy bet would pay us $45. $40 profit and our initial investment back. Cleveland. And I think Cincy pays 18 or 20. And if Cincy wins it, it covers basically our preseason bets.
Baltimore didn't impress me in that victory. Cleveland, or Cincinnati rather, distressed me. They didn't look good really in any facet of the game. Giovanni Bernard looked good when they used him correctly. Why they keep running him through the pipes? No idea. He's not big. He's incredibly fast. He's really talented. He has good vision. Barry Sanders didn't look good running between the tackles. You know, it's lunacy to me. Marv Lewis is a terrible coach, and he's only there because he's cheap.
Okay, so Baltimore did beat Cleveland, did they not?
No, I thought Cleveland finally got a victory there.
Did they beat Baltimore? Well, anyway, the division record, Baltimore's 2-2, Cleveland's 2-1, Cincy's 1-2. The Browns and Ravens are only 1 game behind in the loss column. Steelers are 2. Steelers aren't dead yet.
Cleveland is undefeated with anyone but Whedon.
And Whedon
Am I
even
correct
came in
on
and won a
that?
game. I believe so. He won. Well, Whedon came in.
In
Hoyer got
relief
hurt.
of Hoyer in the Buffalo game, I believe.
Yes. So Whedon gets that win. Campbell won twice, and Hoyer won 1. Because they're 4-5 right now.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the win will technically go on Hoyer for starting, but yeah, Whedon actually came in and didn't fuck things up so badly.
Yeah, I'm going to look at Cleveland's schedule here and see what they have left, see what our chances are. Okay, so they lost at Baltimore, and they beat Baltimore at home.
Okay.
24-18, so they're split.
And currently have a slightly better division record.
Yes. Now, this is the game on Sunday, which really doesn't matter one way or the other to us because we have both sides. But they're playing Cincinnati on Sunday.
Well, and we clearly are Browns fans now.
Yes,
because our payout potential is far higher on our hedge bet than on the original.
Yes, but either way, if Cincy wins, they basically knocked Cleveland out of it. Oh, no, they haven't, because Cincy lost to Cleveland once already. Cleveland's in the driver's seat if they win this game. The division.
Well, and
they have
we
Pittsburgh,
both really
Jack-
like the way Cleveland, like, yeah, Jason Campbell is just functional. But that's all they needed, the way the rest of this team is playing.
Yes.
I don't see them going deep, but I can certainly see them winning this division. It's a pretty sad sack division this year.
Their last 7 games: Cincinnati, at Cincinnati, home to Pittsburgh, home to Jacksonville, at New England, home to Chicago, at the Jets, and at Pittsburgh.
Of course, the way injuries are going on this year, this can all change at a moment's notice.
Could see
Futures
Whedon.
betting is really hard. Oh yeah, could see Whedon.
And we could win our other bet of Cleveland under 5.5 wins if Whedon has to come back in.
Oh, it's still possible. Yeah,
still in play.
Carolina's for real. There was another quote I was looking to find for the audio tonight. One of their defensive ends, whose name is just slipping my mind right now, just said, "We don't need a bandwagon. We don't want a bandwagon." Our picks on Carolina. I wish we'd had a little more faith in them.
Well, we did in Arizona, and then they shook our faith. It's not that it was just we tried them when we thought they were on the uptick, and they fucking lost.
And we have made money on them since. We just could have been riding this all year.
Did we not take them against Buffalo as well?
No.
And they lost? No?
No,
we took them against Seattle. That was it. And they didn't cover by like a half point or something, or a point.
That was week 1. But
yeah,
no, I'm proud of our record on Carolina. Very few of these divisions are set in stone. Like our Dallas bet, which looked great for a while, I'm almost guaranteeing that we lose this once again, and we are never betting a futures bet on Dallas again. They could bring back, Aikman, Emmett, that whole O-line, Michael Irvin, and they could assemble that team, have a time machine or some sort of cloning thing, and bring them out, and we'd just have to walk away from this.
Well, the best thing we have going for us is they can't win at home, and they have 4 of their next 6 at home. That's the best thing we have going for us. They're at home against Washington this week, then they have a bye in week 12. Home to Arizona, home to Detroit, at Minnesota, home against Chicago, and at Dallas to end it. Fuck me. They haven't won a home game in 2 years. And Chip Kelly's still saying that quarterback decision isn't decided yet until Mike Vick's healthy. And I'm thinking, are you fucking insane? Are you just saying that so Vick keeps his head on right? Or how can you bench a guy that has 16 touchdowns and no picks for Michael Vick?
Well, you can't. And if you think you are, he's just refusing to say anything.
No, I know, but why not just say it? Foles is our guy unless he gets hurt. And maybe that's why he's not saying it, because he could get hurt tomorrow, the way that offense is run.
Yeah.
But it looks a lot better with Foles than it did with Vick.
Yeah, very much so, though I didn't watch a whole bunch of the game, I'll confess.
Well, granted, they weren't playing 2 elite defenses either, but the Raiders and Packers aren't a great barometer of where that offense is.
No.
We'll see how they do against Arizona, and we'll see how they do against Detroit.
And Seneca Wallace going down. He was touching his groin, and groin injuries can be brutal. Why did I get the impression he was a quarterback who just wanted his checks and didn't really care for this contact?
I don't know. You might be reaching there a little bit.
Well, I was watching it when he came out, and nothing seemed to happen. And then he just jogged to the sidelines, and then he was standing there touching his groin.
Yeah, but if you're a running quarterback...
Yeah, no, I understand it, and that's actually way out of line for me to cast aspersions, but... I don't think you're going to have that backup job if you're actually called on to perform and put up 3 quarters of terrible ball.
Yeah, yeah, but how many guys, we've said this, how many guys are out? Like, it's ridiculous. Quarterbacks used to stand in the pocket. You didn't have to worry about a quarterback with a groin pull. Now they're running like a running back for the most part.
Yeah.
Rolling out all the time, running up the middle, quarterback sneaks. Even Fitzpatrick scored on a quarterback sneak this week for the Titans.
Well, he did against KC, too.
All right, one other thing we should do quick before we wrap up is our top 5 teams, which we're going to start.
Wow, this week messed that up bad for me.
Yeah, well, get that mess sorted out because you're up.
I really hate to do it. I'm putting Denver back number 1, followed by the Saints. The Panthers look great. KC, who could easily jump up if they could score into the double digits. And Seattle. And Seattle maybe should be higher. I could be wrong on that.
Okay, my 5 would be Seattle, moving to number 1 for scoring on the road.
Yep.
Denver, number 2. Indy's not even in my top 5 anymore.
Now, losing a home game like that, when you still have a lot to be gained by winning, lose a lot of respect for you.
And the way they lost, or the way they barely beat Houston, too much inconsistency. They have no running game. We said this would prove a lot to us, how they did against the Rams pass rush. Fail. So they're out of my top 5. So I'll go Seattle, Denver, Carolina at 3. I'm going to put Kansas City at 4 until I see what they do against Denver. They could fall out, but their defense is for real. And defenses seem to be a theme. And then 5, I'm going to say a tie between New Orleans.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
Orleans,
That's cheating. Pick one.
Let me give you the fucking reason first before you jump down my throat. New Orleans, because they can't win on the road, or a very different team on the road, and the Niners because they lost to the number 3 ranked team. So if you put a gun to my head, it's fucking San Francisco of who they've lost to. They've lost to 2 other teams I have in the top 5. And an Indy team that I had in the top 5 until this last week.
I had them number 1 the last time we did this.
So did I. So that's why
our top 5s are getting a little more combined. Like, we've got mostly the same teams in there now. And I want to just bring this up too. You've been down on Russell Wilson. How is Kaepernick any better?
Well, Kaepernick, to me...
If he plays Green Bay every week, he's great.
No, but... Well, okay, so Wilson has one good week. I'm supposed to suck his dick now?
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying, why don't you use your usual face? They're the same guy. And I think that's becoming sort of accurate.
Okay, well, let's compare apples to apples. I want to see what did Russell Wilson do against Carolina? He came up with 300 yards passing and 12 points. So the
Better
one was
than
a touchdown.
91 yards.
One was a touchdown that he threw like a Hail Mary, whether it was the corner or the safety misjudged it. That was their touchdown against Carolina.
Still 200 yards against Carolina. Kaepernick had 91 yards. Adjusted for sacks, he didn't crack 50.
Yeah, but what did Cam Newton have against San Francisco?
Kaepernick isn't playing on defense in San Francisco.
No, but the defense he played, the Carolina defense, he wouldn't put in the top 5. Are you putting Atlanta in the top 5 now?
No, but I'm putting Seattle in the top 5. No,
for defense, I'm saying.
No.
Don't compare
Seattle wins on a
the apples to
punishing
apples.
defense.
Don't tell me.
Seattle wins on defense, and you said Russell Wilson had nothing to do with it.
He
That's
doesn't
the
have anything to do
Niners.
with it. He doesn't have anything to do with it. Kaepernick went to a fucking Super Bowl. Russell Wilson got him close, but close doesn't fucking count.
I'm
And
just
when
saying
they-
they're the same
First game,
guy.
they're not. Because Russell Wilson only wins at home, unless they're playing a substandard fucking team, which Atlanta is this year.
He beat Carolina on the road.
With a fucking 50-yard Hail Mary. With a game they should have lost if fucking they don't fumble at the fucking 7.
And Kaepernick's lost to Indy at home. He's been crushed and absolutely devastated twice in Seattle. I don't see the difference why Kaepernick is appreciably better than Russell Wilson.
He's a better thrower. Do you not see it? Am I supposed to change my whole opinion on Russell Wilson because he had one good game against Atlanta?
No, I'm saying you should consider changing your opinion on Kaepernick, who can't throw a touch pass to save his fucking life.
Well, when Wilson does something against a good fucking defense this year, I'll pat him on the fucking back.
Oh, so the Niners defense isn't good?
At home? Who beats him at home?
Indy?
No. Seattle. They don't do fuck all on the road. If he goes into Seattle and puts up 30 points against the Niners, or if he goes into San Fran and puts up 30, I'll congratulate him.
I'm just saying they're the same guy. I'm not saying either one is who I want leading. They're the same guy. They're running quarterbacks who, when you can get pressure on them and get tight on their receivers, they're very average guys.
Can you also say Vernon Davis went out in that game too?
And, okay.
That had nothing to do with it?
And
They've
Seattle
got no
is
Michael
stacked
Crabtree?
with great receivers?
Who did they play?
No,
What did he do
but
against-
I'm just
what did he do
saying.
against Tennessee at home? Fuck all. He threw a screen pass to Lynch for 70 yards. Fuck, they did nothing.
They're both teams with great defenses, no receivers, and running
If you had
quarterbacks
to
who
pick
can't
a
throw
quarterback,
touch.
who would you pick? You don't think Kaepernick throws a better ball? I'm using my eyeballs here. Eyeball test. Who's the better quarterback? Is it that hard? Fucking Russell Wilson to me is Mark Sanchez with legs that can fucking run.
I like the comparison.
That's what he is. A 5'11 quarterback that can run. He's Doug fucking Flutie. And I'm supposed to change my opinion on him because Kaepernick had a bad game against one of the best defenses in football? Never happening.
Kaepernick's leading the 29th ranked passing offense in the league, and he's a good quarterback?
I watched how they played. I watched Seattle play Tennessee, and I watched San Francisco's offense against Tennessee. It was night and fucking day of whose was more effective and who actually had a fucking game plan. When it comes time to win games in December and January, I want Kaepernick and the Niners offense over Seattle and Russell Wilson's offense. That's where it fucking counts.
Fair enough.
If Seattle goes to the Super Bowl this year, I'll give them some fucking credit if they can win somewhere other than fucking Seattle. But they haven't proven fuck all to me outside of Seattle. Who have they dominated on the road outside of Atlanta? Who could possibly be in the same conversation with Tampa and Jacksonville now?
Who have the Niners dominated?
Oh, well, we'll see. They get to play New Orleans coming up.
And they got another home and home mesh. This will be fun.
They got Seattle coming into San Fran. We'll see
Yeah.
how Seattle does.
Yeah, exactly. This will be a fun conversation. But we should wrap it up now, buddy.
All right. So if you want to listen to our podcast, search for us on iTunes or Stitcher on your Android device. You can listen to it on our website, offensivelines.ca. Follow us on Twitter, @offensivelines, for any updates to our website, new blog posts, or Marlon's The World According to Marlon. or you'll get updated when our new podcast is up.
And I think Boyd just dropped me as a follower.
Facebook, well, if you had an account, I would follow you. Facebook.com/offensive lines. And if you want to send us an email, it's offensivelines@shaw.ca. I'm Boyd.
I'm Marlon.
Suck it.
Degenerate fucking gambler.